Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to all the listeners from around the world that are tuning into this radio broadcast today. I am Tammy Markee, your host of Tammy Markee Radio Show, sponsored by Millionaires in Training Radio. We are based out of Houston, Texas. Listeners, please let me share a little bit about myself. I am a native of New Orleans, Louisiana. I'm a concerned humanitarian, co-author, international human rights activist, evangelist, entrepreneur, and forex trader in a $5.3 trillion daily market. Also, my columnist for Kish magazine called Dynasty of Dreamers, and founder of Dynasty Dreamer International. Well, listening audience, Candace Michelle will be co-hosting today's show. She is a kingdom advocate and author. Candace is the visionary steward of Wise Living International, a nonprofit organization, and director of Wise Living Group powered by eXp Realty, LLC. Currently, Candace Michelle lives in Pearland, Texas, where she furthers her kingdom mandate to empower, inspire, educate, and encourage others to move from existing to living. You can follow her on Facebook at Candace Michelle and Instagram at The Real Candace Michelle. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we have a talented lady on today's show. She's a true example of a dynasty dreamer. In that spirit is going to be our outstanding show. We're on the radio broadcast today with Trinese Jordan Duplessis. Yes, Trinese Jordan Duplessis. I am supremely thrilled that Trinese Jordan Duplessis is a highly distinguished guest. She was born and raised in New Orleans, Louisiana. She's a loving Christian wife and mother. Trinese is a great visionary who has multiple gifts and titles that keeps growing. Trinese Jordan Duplessis is a renowned award-winning playwright. Also, she's a director, actress, TV and radio personality host, motivational speaker, poet, and groundbreaking entrepreneur who uses her ministry as a platform that has helped many. And she has facilitated and empowered countless people to the financial and personal prosperity of them in their community. She is legendary in the field of entertainment and a world-changer woman of historical dimensions. She shares core values of inspiration to many. She knows God has called her to be a leader. She is also the co-owner of Duplessis Entertainment LLC that was created in 2011 with her husband, Orion Duplessis, who has been her backbone and biggest supporter. Duplessis Entertainment LLC is more than just entertainment. It is a movement, a ministry. Trinese stepped out on faith and instructions from God to build a brand throughout drama outside the four walls of the church. After doing several stage plays, performances, and monologues, skits, Trinese Duplessis has produced 11 original stage plays and has many as 30 unpublished plays, a movie, and short stories. She attended the DPI Playwright Ball in New York back in 2014 and won Best Comedy of a Stage Play of the Year for Light of the Ghetto, starring Trinese Duplessis as Mama T. 8 years in the business, it was bittersweet for the company with many ups and downs, but very rewarding at best. Duplessis Entertainment has helped hire and produce many artists, actors, actresses, musicians, comedians, and other producers and directors. They have built a great name for their company, and they are going global at this rate. That is built with integrity and character and believes that the sky is unlimited. God's Tears on My Window Pane, written and directed by Trinese. She also plays the mama role of Mama T in Tamika. Trinese has been writing since she was a child, and she knew she had a gift in high school. She wrote her first play in 2008, Saving Justin, and a series of skits, monologues, poems, and etc. She was the director of the drama department at a church after Hurricane Katrina from 2009 to 2012. And Duplessis Entertainment LLC first dinner play was Let's Stay Together, and it was a sellout. Stage credits are like Let's Stay Together in 2011, Delusion versus Truth in 2012, The award-winning stage play Light of the Ghetto with Mama T in 2012. Best Comedy Stage Play of the Year, DPI Playwrights Awards Gala, was held in New York recently. The Evil Mistress, 2013. God's Tears on My Window Pane, 2014. Light of the Ghetto 2, 2015. Mama T's Christmas, 2016. Sweet Willie's Cotton Club, 2017. And Part 2 of God's Tears on My Window Pane, 2018. Her latest production will be April 13th, Chalkboard Bullying. Well, today's episode is called The Sky is Unlimited. You can go beyond the sky. Welcome to the phenomenal world of Trinese Jordan Duplessis. How are you doing today, Trinese?
Ooh, look, I was like, did I do all that stuff? I said, oh, goodness. Ooh, well, yeah, I'm so wonderful and blessed and honored to be on your show, Tammy, and thank you so much for having me. This is such an exciting moment, and to share with the audience that's listening, and I don't take that lightly. I'm really humbled by your invitation coming on your show.
You are so very welcome, Trinese, and you have accomplished so many incredible feats in your life. Like I mentioned before, you are just more than a playwright. You are a mother, you're a family woman, a businesswoman. You're helping empower people and bringing jobs into the community, even expanding globally. You are doing so many things, and you're keeping a balance, and you're putting God in the forefront of all that you're doing.
Yes, ma'am.
And like I mentioned earlier, you have an incredible resume, an impressive roster, and God is just showing you favor, and you're doing leaps and bounds in your life.
Yes, ma'am.
I would like for you to give like a synopsis. Give us a little bit more of your eventful life. Let's have a closer examination of the life of Trinese Jordan Duplessis.
Well, I tell you, I didn't mention, and people will be so shocked to know that I actually have a regular 9-to-5 job. Yes. So that takes a part of my time as well. And then I have a son. He's 13 years old. He plays sports and he's in school. So in the morning, we get up. Of course, we pray. Get breakfast going, and I get my husband off to work. I get my son off to school, and then I get myself off. I'm the last one to go to work. So pretty much my day is at my 9 to 5, and then by the time I get off from the 9 to 5, I either have to get my son or get my husband from work, and they'll come home, and then of course you have to wind down and get your household together. But I'm constantly in between those breaks. I'll hit my social media up accounts, and I'll start promoting whatever production that I have, because it's a constant battle to balance your life, especially when you have a business and you have a 9 to 5. But somehow we're making it work. And the good thing about my life is that I am a night hawk. I don't require 8 hours of sleep. Some people do, but my life, I can get away with 5 or 6 hours. And I know, the doctor may say, well, Trinese, you need to get you some more sleep because you're all getting older. But my hours vary between 5 and 6 hours of sleep. And sometimes I'm up, but my schedule changes. So it really gives me an opportunity to do the things that I'm doing, especially with the Playwright. I never work weekends. So that I can focus totally on, the Playwright if I'm not working at 9 to 5. So basically my schedule is like Monday through Thursday with my 9 to 5, and then the rest of the weekend I dedicate that to my business. And we also have a catering business, so it's a lot of things that I do, and my mind is always constantly thinking of ways to create new material. And like Tammy, I have like 30 unpublished. I have 30 unpublished plays, and I've already published 11. So it's really, 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 I'm kind of like, my husband would say, well, Trinese, you're really a creative. I don't consider myself a genius, but he's always called you a creative genius. You can create stuff in the midst of whatever you're doing. You can create different things, and sometimes I'll see a certain situation. I could be in the kitchen cooking, frying an egg, or cooking some grits, or whatever, and then a thought will come to my mind, a creative thought, or like the way the grits was cooking in this pot. And then I'll write it on a piece of paper. So God is always giving me some type of creative writing to jot down on the paper and turn that into some type of story or message. And that's why you always see, Tammy, that I'm always doing live videos or live inspiration, because when God gives me something, I got to release it to the people. So my mind is always, my engine is always flowing until it's time for me to go to bed, and then back up in the morning, the same thing. So my life is pretty busy. But I give God the glory, and I give God the time, and I give God the reverence, because He gets me up every morning. When I wake up in the morning, it's a blessing that, hey, I made it another day, or my family made it another day, because in these days and times, so many people are not waking up in the morning and not making it to their destination. So I'm so glad that I've done so much in my life thus far, because my gifts came later. Like when I was growing up, of course I knew how to write, but when I was prophesied that I'll start doing these plays and this radio and all that, God was just training me up all through my youth to be the person that I am today. So my life, it can be complicated at times, because you have to deal with being a woman. You have to have that me time. Away from your family at times. And sometimes you got to take a drive. Sometimes I take a drive to the lake and just go meditate or just get away sometime, because if you don't find that me time, your engine will be burnt out. So I do find time for myself, and I can write in noise, Tammy, which is weird. I've been to the park and where they had kids running around, and I wrote stories in the midst of noise. So my creativity is not limited to just quietness. I can write in any type of situation. So, my life is I'm always doing something.
And Trinese, I like what was said in your bio about the sky is unlimited.
Unlimited,
yes. When
you
think about the sky is unlimited, we can go beyond the sky and reach so many incredible feats in our life.
Yes,
and
ma'am.
And it's a good thing as women, we have to find balance. We have to have self-care for ourselves.
Yes.
And with all of this is going on, you're showing women that we can balance it all. But when you cement it in your passion like you are, cement it in your passion, it gives you that drive.
It does. It does.
Continue, because it's not just about your goals. You helping other people reach their goals.
Yes, ma'am.
And that reflection speaks volumes. That's life-affirming. That's living life by design and not by default. And when you're doing that, God will send people and opportunities your way. And then things will start unfolding effortlessly in your life. So what you're sharing with the listening audience, it tends to boost the audience morale. It boosts our morale just to hear your story of how you're able to balance it. And you're still able to put God in the center of the situation. And through your story, you are transforming people's lives. You educating, you inspiring the world by your testimony.
Yes, ma'am.
And I just have to say that you are breaking the gridlock. Mm-hmm.
Yes, ma'am.
You're breaking the gridlock because when you have a passion and you gifted in your passion, it shows. But as a writer, and I know how it is as a writer.
Yes, ma'am.
You see in every little detail. You could be in the kitchen, you could be driving along, and you just want to write down everything that comes to your mind. And that's how the creativity. And see, when you have creativity in your life, and even applying the law of creativity, beautiful things start unfolding in your life. And that's what happened with you. You tapped into that creativity spirit. And when God told you, spiritually speaking, I'm saying, and when you launched out into the deep and the word was spoken, the prophetic word was spoken over your life, you start seeing the manifestation of it. But you have to see fully what God is going to do, because it's like eyes have not seen or ears heard or entered the heart of man what God is going to do for you. So what you're sharing with us, Trinese, is a compelling, ambitious journey to success is highly illuminating. It's fascinating and a incredible instructed guidepost to greatness, I must say. So let's talk a little bit about economics. You are a businesswoman.
Yes, ma'am.
And what do you feel would be the adequate address to the crippling economic issues prevalent among people today?
Well, let me tell you this. Poverty is a big problem.